We have turned Magic Kingdom into a giant Monopoly board.
Season 2, baby.
That's right, we're playing Monopoly.
We're the players and the park is the board with high demand properties, jail, and a whole lot of drama.
Season 2, baby.
I've got so much money! I'm winning! Wait, it hasn't started yet.
Baby, it's season
going?
2. To Cats,
To
Magic,
Andrew Lloyd
and Britney Spears. Goodbye.
Cheers!
Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? I'm going to Country Bears Jamboree. Where are you going?
Oh, I wish I could go there. I'm going to the TTC ferry boat.
Really? Oh my god. Bye. Okay, it's season 2 of Monopoly. We are starting here at Magic Kingdom. Basically how this works is we have 5 cards in our hand. In order to buy a property, we have to actually go to that property and do the attraction. The first thing on my list that I think I'm gonna do is the Country Bears Jamboree. I've got 2 Frontierland properties, and I'm gonna work towards buying a Frontierland Monopoly. So that's what I'm gonna do. There are other tasks you can do in order to gain more money. Let's see if I have any tasks. I don't have any tasks. I only have properties, which might be troublesome because we all start with 750 bucks. And I've got to get more money. The only way to get more money is by doing tasks or by someone going to your place and paying rent on a property you already purchased. But we're gonna do Country Bear Jamboree. It's a quick one. Then I think we're gonna hop over to Tom Sawyer's Island, which that will be Country Bear. It's $250. Tom Sawyer's $275. That's gonna like almost wipe me out. Watch me go bankrupt in like the first 2 moves.
All right. I am kind of debating when I think I am gonna go ahead and meet Mickey at Town Square, unless that's where Emma's going. Hey Emma! Hey Emma! Where are you going? I can't help but notice we going same way.
I thought someone was calling out my name.
It was me.
That was not you.
Oh.
So I turned the camera off, so start that again.
Emma!
What?
Where are you going?
Outside.
Outside. We are outside.
The gates.
Oh. Okay, good. We're not going same place.
Where are you going?
I'm going to meet Mickey.
You want to know something crazy?
Yeah.
I'm doing something stupid.
Oh, really?
I just want to do it.
What are you doing?
What do you think I'm doing?
Are you doing the ferry boat?
Yeah.
I want to do the ferry boat.
I know, we all want to do the ferry boat.
That's so much time having a nice boat ride.
But it's stupid from like a strategy
I mean, for sure, you're like, it's just a crazy way to start, but also sounds pretty nice.
It's a crazy way to start. It's silly, but it's also a big property. So hopefully that will be helpful.
Okay, so this is my first time playing Monopoly here with season 2. I don't know what to expect, but I'm hoping that it's gonna be loads of fun, that we don't bankrupt ourselves early, and that we're able to get through a lot of properties. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. Okay, so my first card is Jungle Cruise. I think I'm gonna play that one first. We'll see about getting out to Jungle Cruise since it is a pretty expensive property in order to buy it. It's gonna cost us $350. We're starting out with $750, so it's a pretty risky move, but I feel like it's a very well worth it property. So if we're gonna go big, we're gonna go big and go home right out of the starting gate and see how this strategy kind of plays out for us. I think I might have mentioned it before, but I think my strategy here is just to go ahead, buy a bunch of properties, hope that kind of plays out to our strengths, and that everybody else is able to kind of just land on there and be able to pay us rent. And hopefully bukus and bukus of rent because it is pretty expensive.
We're about to part, so I'm very excited.
65.
Au revoir, Monsieur Mickey. I'm leaving her in the dust. 65 minutes, bye. I bet she's about to change. So part of my main motivations of doing the ferry boat is actually that I also have the monorail in my hands. And not to say someone couldn't get the monorail while I'm on the boat, but it'd be kind of nice to have all the railroads, just because.
Change of plans. I'm not waiting 65 to meet Mickey Mouse this early in the game. The parade will happen during this first round of the game, and I intend to meet Mickey at that point because he has a major drop in wait times during the parade. So we're gonna do that later. Instead, I am going to do, I mean, I might as well do Walt Disney World Railroad because I'm right here now because I walked over here. Wow, I mean, that is a long line to meet Mickey Mouse. It is very busy right now. It's mid-August and it has been extremely busy. A lot of international visitors are here right now. So I'm sure that is why Mickey is so popular today. The Walt Disney World Railroad is a method of transportation, but also I think a must-do attraction Takes you around the entire Magic Kingdom with stops in Main Street USA, Fantasyland, and Frontierland. I did it in the backwards order, but it's a great way to get around. It's very fast. Trains come every 7 minutes, and it's very rare that you have to wait more than one train. So Walt Disney World Railroad it is.
So if you've ever come to Magic Kingdom, or maybe you know you haven't, it might be news to you that the parking lot for Magic Kingdom is not here. It's not at the park. It's all the way over there where that boat's headed. Yeah, that's where the parking lot is, about 1.5 miles away. You can walk over here if you want, but there's also free transportation, like the monorail and the ferry boat. So that's part of our railroads, are the free transportations outside to get you here to the park. And this might be a really long journey because the initial peak of people coming into the parks has kind of died down. So the boats might not be back for a minute. And if that's the case, I'll go do the monorail and then come back.
Look at it, there she is, the Country Bear Musical Jamboree. I'm bummed Emma's not with me because we love doing this together, but it's a competition. The Country Bear Musical Jamboree is a 12-15 minute-ish animatronic show where the Country Bears are singing your favorite Disney tunes in a country twist. If you're familiar with the Country Bear Jamboree, the old show, it still has some of those same, you know, nod to the older show, that classic Disney attraction, like Blood on the Saddle. For example, Big Al is now singing Remember Me from Coco, which is also a sad song. And they've got some nods to the old show, so if you love the old show and you're missing the old show, they still have some nods to it, so don't worry, but this definitely welcomes a new generation to the Country Bear Jamboree.
Okay, we're officially in the line for Jungle Cruise. This is the end of the line over here by the Aladdin's Magic Carpets. It's gonna take us a little bit, but we did purchase the Jungle Cruise ride, which means that we are out that money, and now we're down to $400, so let's go ride the ride.
Our favorite thing about the ferry boats is going upstairs. Obviously it's very empty today, right now, because most people are not leaving the park immediately, but it's always easier to get a seat up here. Might not always get one, but it's easier than downstairs.
I love this ride because the breeze is, no matter what, always incredible. I think it's a lot more picturesque, although the monorail has a very special place in my heart and is technically my preference, just because it's what I think of when, you know, when you're little, you're so excited to go on the monorail. But this is a very nice, relaxing ride, even though it does take a little bit longer. And again, right now, no one's here. Not always the case, but still nice.
You also get really beautiful views of the Polynesian and the Grand Floridian, and it's really exciting because there's a lot of changes coming to Disney's Polynesian Village Resort. They're building a new section of it for the DVC, and we can kind of see that coming together. You guys probably can't see that great, but my eyes can see it. There it is. There's lots of exciting stuff happening over there, and I believe it opens in December. But if you want any new information on like all the different foods you can find, what it's going to be like, all that's up on AllEars.net right now. There you go.
I'm going to do something a little strange, and I'm going to do a task while I'm on the train. You can see in Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Tiana's Bayou Adventure is something that has been added to the park in the last 10 years, so I'm doing a task to make some money, and so that I know that I can stay on the train to go to Prince Charming Regal Carousel over in Fantasyland and not have to walk a ton. And hopefully on the way I can see something else that's been added to the park in the last 10 years. We'll see. But basically, Tiana's Bayou Adventure is a re-theme of Splash Mountain, and it's added a bunch of animatronics and new theming to the ride, where you get to go through a little story with Tiana of her finding a band for her Mardi Gras party. It's very cute. It's still the same ride system as Splash Mountain, and you can see inside of it from the train, which means I get to explain it and do the task. And let's see if we can see something else.
Yes, it is a very busy day today in Magic Kingdom. However, even on the busiest day, before the new show came into the new Country Bear Jamboree show, I've still never seen an audience so like excited and invigorated and clapping along with the Country Bear songs. Maybe when it first opened a long time ago, but it really, you know, listening to people leave that theater, I was just like, oh, I love that. Like, people from different countries, just, I love that, because the songs are recognizable, but they're doing them in a fun way. There's still some humor involved. Yes, I'm a fan of classics, and I think we should continue to keep classics around as long as we can, because that's what makes them classic. But as Walt Disney said, you keep moving forward for new generations. And I think that does. I think that is that does a really good job of kind of like paying tribute to the old while bringing in some of the new. Next up, we're at Tom Sawyer Island. I still don't have any tasks on my list, so I can't make any more money. So I just need to buy some things. This is typically not my strategy. I like to have a healthy mix of, you know, doing some tasks so that way I can make some money to trade when we have to start trading properties. But for now, I don't have any, so I'm just gonna keep buying things and see what happens.
Okay, that was about an 11-minute ride. So 10-11 minutes, not long at all. Very nice and relaxing. Now we're over here, and because we're lucky, we're gonna head on the monorail. 2 major properties. Done. All right, here it is. That's the monorail. And it looks like this one's still here. No, it's leaving. Okay. The line's pretty long for the other one, so I'm gonna wait on Resort. Resort takes a little bit longer than the Express. However, I'll probably get a seat on this one, and it might take just as long because multiple monorails run at a time. The one I'm headed to does stop at all 3 of the monorail resorts, which is Polynesian, Contemporary, and Grand Floridian. The other side that's a little bit more busy takes you straight to Magic. So depends on if you want to be with the crowd but get there faster, or you can be a little relaxed, take a minute. I'm good to take a minute.
Okay, I made it to Storybook Circus, which is a part of Fantasyland. Getting off the train at the Fantasyland station because we're gonna head over to Prince Charming Regal Carousel. We're gonna do a few tasks on the way there. For one, we can count steps between 2 attractions. And when we exit the train, we'll start counting. We'll see how many steps it is to the Storybook Circus meet and greets. And then I'm gonna pop into the merchandise shop and do a few more things. Oh, thank you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 11, 7, 8, 7, 9, 80, 81, 82, 83, 4, 85, 86 steps between the train and the meet and greet.
Okay, hopping on the monorail, and look at all these seats. Now, it was packed when it first pulled up here, because if you're staying at one of the monorail resorts, you do have to take this to get to Epcot, but it's still pretty easy. You transfer while you're here.
All right. We made it on Tom Sawyer Island. Tom Sawyer Island is basically, well, it's an island. It is going away soon to make way for a new Cars Land attraction here happening in Disney World. But for now, Tom Sawyer Island is, well, it's an island, but it's based on the Tom Sawyer and Huck Finn adventures, those stories. So you'll find things like, if you're familiar with those stories, you'll find things like the whitewashed fence and you know, I Love Becky, that was Tom Sawyer's girlfriend. You'll find a lot of these caves that were also in the adventures. In order for me to claim Tom Sawyer Island, all I have to do is 1 cave. So I'm gonna do the mystery mine, kind of like the creepy one. I would call it that because it's got like the tilted walkways and ooh, it's pumping AC though. I've gotten over it a little bit because we've done it so often. I just want to say I really enjoy these caves. I think these caves are definitely fun, perfect for a fun game of like hide and seek on Tom Sawyer Island. But these caves can be creepy. We often say that these caves can be creepier than Halloween Horror Nights from time to time. Like, look at this. Look at how just like that's like out of a nightmare. Look at that. Oh my gosh. If they ever wanted to do an adult Halloween party here at Disney World, which they'll never do, but it'd be really fun, they could definitely make a really cool haunted house here. Okay, now done, claimed, getting back on the boat.
Prince Charming Regal Carousel is, of course, a carousel here in Magic Kingdom. Pretty classic ride. Honestly, not a must-do every day, but you gotta do it because it is historic. This carousel itself, I believe, is like over 100 years old at this point. And all of the Magic Kingdom Disneyland style parks around the world have carousels because Walt had the idea for Disneyland while watching his little girls play on a carousel in the park. So very dear to the creation of these parks that we love. And this one is Prince Charming, Cinderella themed. You can see scenes from Cinderella on it. And there actually is a horse that is often on the carousel. It is Cinderella's horse. You can tell by a golden bow in the tail. But I'm not sure if it's on right now. We will keep an eye out for it. We have an interesting hiccup in the game today, or challenge, I guess. is that Tiana's Bayou Adventure is a property, a good one over in Frontierland, and we have to use our virtual queue to get Tiana's Bayou Adventure. We all have the same virtual queue of 45. They're currently boarding 23 to 32 as of 11:30 a.m. So I can't play my Tiana's card until our virtual queue gets called. So that one is just gonna kind of sit in my hand until that point. But hopefully nobody else grabs that one before we do, because that would be a good one to have. Otherwise, I think we might go back to the entrance of the park. Or I guess we could do Tomorrowland Speedway still. We'll check on Mickey and when the parade is.
Now that we've had our fill of our time on the Jungle Cruise, it's time for us to pull another move off. I'm thinking... Yeah, they're fixing it, buddy. Okay, wow, there's been a lot of movement here. It looks like Regal Carousel has been bought by Quincy. She was also charged some money and then owed back. And it looks like Sage also bought Tom Sawyer Island. Emma bought the monorail. Holy cow. Okay, so lots of movement while we were out there on the ride. Okay, I think we're gonna go for It's a Small World and buy that one. So, meet you in Fantasyland.
We made it back. It took a little while, but we made it back. We got 2 properties. So, yeah. And we had some really nice rides. Okay, we made it back in, and I need a little bit of cash because we've been spending a little bit of cash. So a limited time offering that you're gonna find right now in Magic Kingdom is all of this fall decor. They bring it back every year, but it just popped up in August, about mid-August this year, and you can only find it until, of course, it's time for Christmas. So there you go, limited time offerings. Is that the Dapper Dans? Shut up! They're in my card, but I think they're about to end. No, they're not. They're still singing. Oh, I'm doing Dapper Dans. Give us $1. Live entertainment is important, y'all.
Oh my gosh, I'm thrilled. I finally, because I did Tom Sawyer's Island, I pulled a new card, and now I get to do a task. I can make some money. I have to show a height requirement that no one has. Luckily, I'm right next to Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, which definitely has a height requirement, so let's show that real quick. All right, Big Thunder Mountain is a coaster attraction here in Frontierland. You have to be at least 40 inches to ride, and there it is. All right, let's get out of here. I am moving on to Fantasyland. I'm really hoping I do get Tiana's Bayou Adventure sometime at some point. But 1, I need to make more money. 2, I have It's a Small World and Dumbo. I looked at the My Disney Experience app. Both of them say 5-minute wait times, and in order to buy both of those properties, each one is between 80 and 90 bucks. So I think I'm gonna go over to Fantasyland and I'm gonna attempt to purchase both of them. I know Quincy's already purchased the Prince Charming Carousel. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all.
Okay, we just pulled up to It's a Small World, and it looks like it's a 40-minute wait, so this is gonna be quite an interesting line to go through, but here we go.
Miranda, just like literally I don't know, see where I am, where I'm at. Haunted Mansion's right there, Small World is on the other side. She beat me by like 4 seconds. By 4 seconds, I mean 5 minutes. But that's okay. Definitely messes with my strategy. I'm debating on whether I should go straight to Dumbo or if I should abandon Fantasyland altogether, because it's going to be harder to negotiate just having Dumbo. So maybe I should, because I do have Tomorrowland Speedway. I'm wondering, and I do have Mickey and Town Square. Let's see what other people have. What do other people have? Main Street USA. Nope. You know what? That's 140. I don't think I can afford Meet Mickey at Town Square Theater right now. So I think I'm actually, yeah, I think I'm just gonna go to It's a Small World. I'm gonna pay Miranda the $9 that I need to pay her rent, because then she's already in there. That way I can get rid of that card, hopefully get a task card, and then make my way to Dumbo.
Okay, the parade is until 2 p.m., but Meet Mickey has dropped to 25 minutes. So we are definitely going to Meet Mickey while that wait is lower. Tomorrowland Speedway is still at 35, so Mickey is gonna take less of our time and mean we can get moving on cards a little bit faster. Plus, I do have 2 task cards that are at the park entrance is how I can get them done. So this will be good because I can get those task cards out of my hands and hopefully get more properties, preferably some that take me no time, and preferably some that are in Fantasyland or Main Street, because those are the 2 properties that I will have at that point.
So PhotoPass is these guys in the bright green shirts. That's them. It's a really nice thing that Disney offers. You can buy a package or you can buy your photos, and basically you scan your Magic Band, scan your ticket, and they'll take pictures of you and your whole family. And it's really nice because a lot of times the grandparents are either not in the photos or mom and dad is not in the photo or whoever. So I think it's just a really nice way to make memories with everyone there. They also offer what is called like a magic shot. So they add a little bit of that Disney magic into your photos. I just really like it. It's some of my favorite family photos ever were taken by PhotoPass, so I really appreciate this service. And they are all around Disney World. So you can see them here in the green, and you can take your photos even if you have not purchased the memory maker or purchased a package. You can still take your pictures, and so after your trip, if you decide you want them, then you can purchase them. You only have so many days. But I'm in line, I'm here on Main Street, I'm taking a memory maker photo.
Perfect, my plan is working. I got rid of it's a Small World card. I was given a task card. Now it's that I needed to find and talk about a limited time offering that no one else has. I think Emma just talked about the fall decor. Nowhere near the fall decor. It's fine because I can't talk about it because she already talked about it. But this is a limited time offering because it's limited time offering every day. It changes all the time. This is Princess Fairy Tale Hall here in Fantasyland, where you can meet different princesses. Now they have to meet and greet for princesses. Now they typically have princesses that are their mainstays. You know, Tiana, Rapunzel, and Cinderella. And Elena. But often when they don't have one of the mainstays, they have a visiting princess, which is a limited, and they're here for a limited time, typically for today. Sometimes maybe they're only here for half the day and they end up changing princesses. I was just recently doing a rides race with Fry, and she ended up meeting Elena and Rapunzel. But then I met Rapunzel and Belle, like in the same day. So the visiting princesses, you know, the limited time offering, that may change. To Dumbo.
Okay, photos taken. This is so weird, but in the heat, I don't love wearing my ears as much, just because I'm already hot and don't really feel 100%. So I typically take these on and off for photos. And I love having, this is like a little keychain that holds your ears. I got it from Etsy years ago. And if you're like me and you don't want to wear them all day and you want an easy way to transport them, it's a great thing to grab.
Okay, a little pop up to 30, but I'm okay with it. That's not horrible. It's better than 65. So we are headed to go meet Mickey. You can find him in Main Street Theater. It's Backstage Magic with Mickey Mouse, and he is most often featured in a very adorable magician's outfit at this meet and greet. Obviously, it's just fun to meet Mickey in general. Hi, thank you. So we are gonna hop in line. Thank you so much to meet our boy, Mickey Mouse. You might have seen on our socials that during D23, I got to interview Mickey Mouse, the real Mickey Mouse.
Walt left with us the permission and the encouragement to be curious, to keep dreaming, to making things better. That's what we all want, right?
Yeah,
and along the way, we have a lot of fun with it. Well,
so I talked to an animated version of Mickey, as we all know and love him from the movies, and there was some serious magic going on. I will just say that that was actually Mickey Mouse's voice that I was talking to. So Mickey Mouse actually talked to me, actually said my name, and actually talked about Walt, and it made us all misty-eyed. So that was really cool. I'll drop it in here just because I think it's awesome, and you guys should get to see it.
That really is Tom Sawyer Island, but we're almost to where you hop on the boats. Luckily, because I am not purchasing it, I don't have to go all the way to the island. If you don't know, Disney has announced that Tom Sawyer and Rivers of America is going away. So sad. It's to make room for Cars Land. I'm not gonna get into how I feel about it because I think y'all can guess I'm very sad about it. Although excited for Cars, I hate that it's at the expense of this beauty. Unfortunately, I'm just here to pay rent, so I'm just gonna pay some rent to Sage. And I'm scared I'm gonna go bankrupt before we even get to lunch. And I'm in jail. So, to the other side of the park we go. For jail. What have I done but pay my taxes and rent on time?
Dumbo is a flying spinning attraction where you get to ride your very own Dumbo. This is very classic Disney. It's like when you see the Disney commercials, even from the 90s and the 2000s, this is the ride you see. You see Dumbo. You see the kids getting in Dumbo because it's for everyone. It's for all families. And how can you get more classic Disney than Dumbo? All right, it's about a 15-minute wait now. Let's ride.
Woohoo! Okay, so we are finally off It's a Small World. I've got a plan, and I'm really hoping that we have some time to make it work. So I think I know our next moves, but we're gonna need some more money. So let's go see if we can try to drum up some extra money, right? Yeah, get rich. Why not?
We are trekking, y'all. We have made it to the other side of the park, and this is just to go to jail. I'm going to jail. How do I tell my parents? Especially when I don't know what I did. I've never been to jail in this episode. Been to jail a lot on AllEars, which is crazy because again, no laws broken. But here we are. Jail is with Zurg because there's actually a literal jail back here. This is the exit shop for Buzz Lightyear. And where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Jail. Here he is. But because it is so busy today, we are not just going to take up room in a store. So technically this is jail, but I'm allowed to sit right here. Okay, so I'm sat, and for jail I just have to set a timer for 10 minutes and then sit here, and this is jail.
We are here at Aloha Isle. I'm hoping we can make up some extra money here, but if you can see right here on this side, the pineapple upside down cake has a dollop of pineapple Dole Whip on the top, and then the cake itself is vanilla, and it's got some tidbits of pineapple in it. It's delicious. It's $6.99. It's a wonderful shareable snack. My husband and I love to get these and split them. If we can keep them away from each other, then that's kind of more the goal. But trust me when I say this is a snack you won't get anywhere else. And you can find it right here at Aloha Isle.
Oh my gosh, I completely lucked out, you guys. That's why it pays to be a single rider from time to time. They had an extra Dumbo that needed to be filled, and there was a party of like 11 in front of me that wanted to go together. And they're like, single rider, and I like basically skipped a large portion of the line. Thank goodness. So all in all, about a 10 to 15 minute wait. Now we're going into Big Top Souvenirs because the Monopoly gods have answered our prayers. We have 2 cards where we can earn some extra money, which is amazing. All we have to do is find a merchandise item no one has talked about. We have to do that twice. So, first things first, I don't want to talk about limited time offering Halloween merch because we might have to do that later. Let's talk about these stitches. This is part of the Stitch Attacks Snacks series. So Stitch and Angel, they are, and this is, I'm counting this as 1 and 2. They're eating fun Dole Whips, and they're dressed in their like Dole Whip shirts and a Dole Whip dress. Very cute. Stitch and Angel, Stitch Attacks Snacks series 1 and 2. There, done.
Jail is up. I've let my timer run out. I'm very warm. And now I'm pretty much just continuing to pay rent. There is one card in my hand that I could make some money, but I'd have to go back to the entrance, which currently I'm just walking a lot. And sometimes that's your Disney trip, and then sometimes you could just make the choice to walk shorter. So I'm making this shorter walk choice.
Okay, now we are quickly walking, and when I say quickly walking, I mean co-walking to to Tomorrowland. After releasing 2 of those task cards to get more money, and we got that money, we now have Tomorrowland Speedway and People Mover, which again would be 2, that's just great negotiating power. Unfortunately, Tomorrowland Speedway is a little bit of a wait, so I'm curious if I should just risk it right now. Tomorrowland Speedway, grab Tomorrowland Speedway, and then bop on over to People Mover. Because if I can have 2 in Frontierland, 2 in Tomorrowland, and 1 in Fantasyland, that gives me some great negotiating power. Now, unfortunately, I think I am going to have to go over to Main Street USA and pay some rent to both Quincy and Emma just to get some cards out of my hand. I think, yeah, because Quincy, I think, is meeting Mickey Mouse right now, so. All right, let's see what this wait time is. All right, a 25-minute wait. It could be worse. Let's just do this now before anybody else claims it.
I'm having the best day. It's hot outside, but you know, Yeah, you're wearing that cape. I hope you're staying cool. Looks pretty cool, so. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, you gotta look snazzy. That's the main priority. I love meeting Mickey. I'm an adult, and I don't always meet the characters when I come for fun because, I mean, it's obviously definitely something that I do feel like is more kid-geared. However, it still puts a smile on my face. It still makes for a super cute picture, and a lot of times they give really good hugs. And I think it's okay to want to go meet characters as an adult. And I'll tell you what, I do drag my friends, my brother, when I see short lines to just go take cool pictures with Chip and Dale or Scrooge McDuck. It's hard, obviously, our job is on the internet and you see a lot of stuff with people hating on Disney adults, but I don't know. If you want to connect with your inner child, do something that makes you smile, I don't think there is anything wrong with that. I forgot I'm playing Monopoly.
I think I'm gonna go for it. It's an extremely risky move, but hey, somebody's gotta do it, right? We gotta tie up all of our money in this real estate with just a little bit left to spare so that way we can pay some rents out. But if we go up here and purchase the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, that means that we monopolize all of Adventureland.
I just checked the stats. Miranda owns Adventureland. Oh no. That means she can start a Monopolies. Luckily I don't have any cards for her currently, but that also might be a bad thing because by the time I get them, it might mean that she has built hotels, which is not the best and not the greatest, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But this is the first Monopoly and that is huge.
Big update, Miranda owns Adventureland. That's a Monopoly before trade. That is very scary because it's kind of hard to pull that off. So with Miranda owning Adventureland, that means she can start putting hotels and such on it. Dicey.
The People Mover is basically a train ride above Tomorrowland. You'll see some unique views as well as inside of some of these rides like Space Mountain, Buzz Lightyear. It's a lot of fun. Very relaxing for the Disney goers who are here often. You know, it's a great way to just unwind for a little bit.
Lots of rent being paid. Let's see what happens now. I'm getting out of the way. Okay. Also, you know, I was like, oh, we've been walking a lot. My Apple Watch finally was like, are you recording an outdoor walk? And I hit yes, because I am. And it's been 30 minutes of active walking, which is so funny. I guess it was a good thing I started with 2 like easy rides because I'm making up for it now. Okay, I paid Country Bears. Jail. Jail. The Bears. I wish the Bears were my jail.
I get off People Mover only to find out that 1, Quincy got Carousel of Progress, which means I couldn't get my Monopoly, which means I'm definitely gonna have to negotiate. And 2, Miranda got the Adventureland Monopoly before negotiations. Good for you, Miranda, but also, I have no cards left to play right now, like that actually makes sense, other than me just paying a bunch of rent to hopefully get a task card to earn money. Oh, and some of the rent that I have to pay is like $100. I only have like 250 bucks left or around there. I'm definitely gonna pay some rent, hopefully the lower numbers. I'm gonna try and earn as much money as I can before we have to negotiate. I think the only ones left are Tiana's Bayou Adventure, which I would love, and the Liberty Bell Riverboat. Those are the only 2 left in play before we have to negotiate.
I got Tiana's Bayou Adventure in my hand. I'm rushing over there, hopefully to grab it. I don't know if somebody else has it, but it hasn't been taken yet, so I'm going for it. It's across the entire park. And if I get it, then the only property will be open is Riverboat, and since that's a railroad, we might go ahead and go to lunch. If you've never seen one of our Monopoly videos before, lunch is often an exciting time where typically trades happen. The only person with a full Monopoly is Miranda, and there's some interesting dynamics happening. So I think trades are gonna be intense today.
Well, I walked all the way over to Main Street USA to give Quincy, I think, some money for to meet Mickey in Town Square. Paid that rent and immediately sent to jail. So off I go to jail to meet Zurg. But hey, I did. I think I got a task card, so I can make a little bit of money. Woo! Which I'm basically just like making money to pay for the rent that it's just a vicious cycle. I'm literally going to bankrupt before we get to negotiations. That's what makes this game so hard, is that sometimes it's just the cards you're dealt. And my cards, not great.
Tiana, Tiana, Tiana. Nobody's here, Tiana's mine.
Well, while we were in jail, lunch has been enacted.
Yeah.
Which means we're probably not about to be friends in like 5 minutes, and I'm gonna be scared of him.
But hey, listen, I'm just gonna say, like, I don't think I have to negotiate with you. I think it's just Quincy that I
You and Quincy get into it, and I get scared every time.
So basically, I'm gonna quickly negotiate with Quincy, and then we'll sit and braid each other's hair.
Okay.
So I see we've all sat down.
That's how you intro? I see you were sitting.
And luckily, the number one rule of negotiations is never be the first one to talk.
I thought it was sit down.
Okay.
You're gonna wait for the next 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Same.
I've waited my head on the train.
Well, it means you have idle hands.
I've got something to propose.
Okay.
Sage, I'm blocking you from 2 monopolies right now.
You sure are.
I would like to propose that I trade you Tiana's Bayou Adventure for the higher value monopoly in exchange for both of your Tomorrowland properties for the cheapest monopoly on the board.
This is serious.
I get this.
I will also give you Dumbo the Flying Elephant, which will put you one away from having a second monopoly for $250.
Interesting. $250.
Yeah. But I'm also open if anybody has any counter.
I mean, I got 80 for Dumbo.
I would like to put a pin in this.
Okay.
It's a potential. Emma. Well, how's your hair already braided?
Well, I actually did a double braid, and then I combined them, and then I flipped them over the back.
She had stress quickly.
Yeah.
She raged through it today. Emma, I would be willing, if you are interested, in giving you Meet Mickey in exchange for both of your railroads.
Okay.
Well, that was easy.
I would also like $20.
Okay. Deal.
Actually, I'd like 50 because both of those are pretty pricey rents. And I will be missing out.
50 bucks and Meet Mickey.
Yeah.
Giving you a monopoly on Main Street.
Yeah.
Okay. Monopoly on I was going to bring you down on the money. Is what's interesting, and I know that you are desperate. So
Desperate?
he's desperate.
Yeah.
No, he's just saying, okay, I'm gonna make this.
I do need more money.
I'm willing to give you $250, your original offer, because I recognize now that I'm making myself a very strong player, and that's daunting.
You saying you're making yourself a strong
I think that if I'm okay with foregoing on the Dumbo, but I'm going to make Miranda an offer. I'll be straight up about it. I'm willing to give you the full $250. I was gonna try to bring it down. I don't want to do that anymore because especially with Emma and I's trade, I feel like I'm in an okay position. Now Miranda could deny me and I could just be screwed, but I'm willing to do your original proposed.
Okay, great. So thank you. Now knowing what I know, now it's $350.
Okay, $350 I won't do, but I would like to still do the Tomorrowland leg.
$300.
$300 I won't do. $250 was my highest.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, $275.
It's getting good.
Yeah, it's getting really good.
They get ready to throw it. Get ready to throw it. I have a cup of water.
Deal.
There goes
She
the
threw
popcorn.
popcorn. I did water on you.
Up there.
Yeah, I'm not afraid. This is where I leave the negotiation table unless someone else has something to bring.
Miranda, would you be perhaps interested in all 3 of my railroads in exchange for It's a Small World?
Good play. That's a great play.
She didn't actually take the train. She's just been doing the math.
Yeah, she has. She sure has.
The rent is $150 for each of them. You can't get a monopoly on it, but your Small World rent will stay $9 forever.
It's a good play. Wow. Well done.
She had 4 days to
All right, fine.
After Quincy's many negotiations with what felt like herself, we're back at it, and the first thing I'm gonna do is try to make a little money, so we're gonna count some steps between some rides. First rides I'm seeing are Tea Party and Speedway. I'm gonna try to go a little bit faster than I did with Peter Pan. People are leaving, we're gonna go from the exit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
Because I have to admit I'm feeling a little bit defeated because nobody wanted to negotiate with me other than Quincy, and I'm kind of afraid that I made a bad deal. But we're gonna roll with it and see how it goes. We're gonna go off and go and share a snack. That's my next task. So, conveniently, we're right here at the Cheshire Cafe. The Cheshire Cafe is the home to the Merry Unbirthday Cupcake for $6.10. It's a sprinkle-filled birthday cake flavored cupcake with a tea-infused buttercream. Like I said, this is an exclusive snack here at the Cheshire Cafe. You can only get here, and I love it so much. My kids love it. It's super fun whenever it's broken open, and I think you're gonna love it too. So there you go. Okay, as much as we had so much fun learning about that snack, I have to tell you, it also landed us in jail. So we're off to jail.
49, 50, and this is where I would get in line for Tomorrowland Speedway, so 50. And we made some men, and I'm back in jail. What am I doing wrong?
Okay, I'm feeling very good about negotiations. I've never had Monopoly negotiations go that well, so what a start to season 2 for me. I am really jazzed because I've ended up with 2 Monopolies when I didn't have any hope of a Monopoly going in because I only had like 1 property in each place. So I'm really happy with how that played out, and I'm feeling very optimistic. I feel like I was able to do a lot of deals that were really valuable to the person I was trading with, but all together, it made for a really favorable situation for me. So I'm now headed to, I think I'm gonna pay rent on Tom Sawyer Island before it gets worse, because Sage does have the Frontierland Monopoly that I gave him, and I know that that rent can stack quickly, and I also gave Sage a lot of money, so if at any point he gets these Frontierland cards, I just want to get them out of my hand so I don't have to worry about them.
So after some tough negotiations, I have more money than I went in there with, which is amazing, because I definitely needed that money. But also, I have the full Frontierland Monopoly, which is the highest. I think the most money, like the highest rent can come from that Monopoly, which is exciting. But first, now I just gotta get rid of some of these cards. So I'm gonna go pay rent to Carousel of Progress, which is that way.
Coming to jail. Hello there, fellow jailbird.
I apparently live here now.
Welcome to jail.
Welcome to jail. How may I help you today? Do you want fries with that?
This is my first time being here.
It's a tough place. It's a hard life, and it's not meant for everybody. What are you in for?
I don't know.
Me neither. Kind of a common thing here.
Yeah.
So, you want to hang out?
Sure, let's do it.
Okay, now that everything's monopolized, I'm out of jail. First thing I'm doing is heading over to Tiana's Bayou Adventure because, Bubble just hit me in the nose. I'm headed over to Tiana's Bayou Adventure because I'm scared what happens if a hotel or houses get built on it, and it's not horrible right now. It's not great, but it could be worse, so I'm gonna go pay some rent to her.
Woo, we're out of jail. We're out of jail. Okay, woo, that storm's starting to pick up, but we are actually headed over to the People Mover. That's my next stop. Here we are at the People Mover. This is normally one of my favorite rides, but it is not today because And Quincy owns the People Mover, so there you go, Quincy. Happy payday. But I will appreciate the ride.
Paid my rent on Tom Sawyer Island. I don't have no money, but I don't have a ton of money, so we could be in a rough financial situation if I don't get some houses and such built. So I'm gonna be doing as many task cards as I can. Tom Sawyer's closed for weather, as you can see. Definitely a note they're bringing everybody around back from the island as they can.
Okay, I'm making my way back to Tomorrowland. I just had to pay rent at Castle of Progress that walked all the way over to Pirates of the Caribbean, paid rent there. Look, the reason I'm paying a bunch of rent right now is I could potentially put a hotel on Country Bears or Tom Sawyer's Island, but I think I need to save those cards. I don't want to risk losing almost all of my money by putting hotels or houses on my properties right now. I really need to focus on just like getting as many tasks as possible, because we can still do tasks right now. I need to make more money. I cannot lose all of my money by immediately purchasing hotels, because once I put a hotel on that property, unless they have nothing else, the girls, they're gonna avoid the property with the hotel. So I just gotta find more tasks.
Okay, that was a hike over from Tomorrowland, but we are finally at the Liberty Square riverboat, and I think I'm gonna buy it. So we bought a boat, y'all.
All right, 105 steps between Tom Sawyer Island and Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Miranda had to pay me rent, which my rent is not expensive yet. I have the cheapest monopolies in the game, so she only had to give me $8. But every penny counts towards us making our monopolies. I think now I'm gonna head back over to Tomorrowland to build some houses. I think that is gonna be the plan. I feel like with those two tasks, I hopefully will have enough money to build a hotel on there. And I know at least I'll be able to get the rent up a bit more building houses.
We made it about halfway to the ferry boat at the front, and it started pouring. So, whew. Okay, just a little ways to go. Can we make it?
Also, the rain broke. So if you find me not walking all the way to Third Rise, it's because I'm being lazy. But we're still working our way over to Tiana's. We'll get close. We'll get close. Shout out to my rain gear. Find it all in AllEars style. Shameless plug, shameless plug.
Okay, Miranda's very kind. I told her I was gonna pay her rent for Pirates and Jungle Cruise, but I asked her if I could wire her the money because it's raining. She said that would be just fine. So I'm gonna stay here a little bit longer. But I've wired you the money, Miranda. Oh, it's so wet.
Just noticed that I went to jail, but I had to get out of jail free card. So I continue to evade jail this game, which is pretty cool. I'm looking at my hand, and I think I'll have to pay rent to Emma, so I'm headed to Main Street to do that real quick. It's not too bad, and I'm okay on money, so I'm gonna head that way. I feel kind of funny just like walking around like normal because it is a downpour at this point. But I'm already soaked, so like how much worse can it get?
We've made it to the ferry boat despite the weather. So this is our turn here. I think we own it. I think we're safe here for right now. So we'll see how this goes.
Okay, I need the money, but I have to count the steps between two attractions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Oh, Quincy just bought houses on Tomorrowland Speedway, and I have 2 Tomorrowland Speedway cards. And that's so much money. So, that did not need to happen for me, and now I'm getting into territory where I think I'm probably just gonna go bankrupt. Because I'm scared, now the card I'm gonna play is I'm going to go to Dumbo because Sage has that area and he's not monopolized it yet, but he might, so I'll meet y'all over at Dumbo.
Oh, thank goodness, at least the rain is starting to let up just a little bit, but it looks like we've got to trudge through all the way out to the Prince Charming Regal Carousel and see what awaits us there. Okay, I know you can't really see it too well, but we are over at the Prince Charming Regal Carousel, and Quincy owns this spot. So unfortunately, we owe Quincy some money. So I hope you're happy, Quincy. Here's your rent.
Rain is continued. Rent paid to Dumbo. And to make some money while I'm back here, one of my tasks is to talk about I can make a little money by telling you something that's new in the last 10 years. One of those things is Smell-a-Fence. This is brand new. It's a little free activity here in Storybook Circus. It's like a scratch and sniff kind of experience, but it's actually pretty cool. Okay, I'm in a position where pretty much at this point I'm either almost bankrupt or I play my Main Street card that I have in my hand. And I have Monopoly there, so it means it's gonna do something, but I don't know quite what. Okay. I built a full hotel. That means rent is now $1,500 and I am down to like 25 bucks.
Hey to Emma, and I've got to get away from Main Street because that girl just built a hotel on PhotoPass and it's like so expensive now.
Tiana, I'm gonna pay her rent. This one hurts. We've got one more stop to make. She's not there, but she should be there in spirit. And I know I'm about to go bankrupt on this, and since Liberty Bell is the closest, this is where I'm going down. And I'm out. I saw that one coming.
Emma's bankrupt. Emma! No! Team Edge! No, Emma, where are you? Are you okay? Do you need help? I can wire you some money and with a bunch of strollers. I'm not moving from this place. I won't do it. It's a new Spirit jersey. I don't want to do it. So I'll wire you some money if you need it, Emma.
She bankrupted on Miranda. That's really bad. If she would have bankrupted on stage, it would have been okay, and obviously me, it would have been great. But that gives Miranda, she's had Adventureland, she's had all the railroads, and now she has Main Street USA too, which is another expensive monopoly unlike mine. So that is ominous. I'm still feeling strong. She's got 2, I've got 2, but we are gotta hope the cards are in our From where I said that game Gambit. Ooh, I'm gonna make a name of myself out here. we gotta look at the cards. Gambit, very funny. We've got to hope that the cards are in my favor at this point.
Quincy, you are taking all of my money. I think it's you that owns Fantasyland. It's a small world. So I'm gonna go ahead and play that one twice. So I'm out over $30 to you now for It's a Small World. Look at this line. This makes number 2 for me today, so we'll see how this goes. But yeah, you're welcome for the money yet again.
Well, this is it. I'm about to go bankrupt. I don't have it. And I put the hotel and the houses on my properties and didn't pay off. High risk, high reward. High risk, possible bankruptcy is how that worked out for me. So this is your boy Sage signing off. Officially bankrupt.
I just pulled over. Sage bankrupt on Miranda. This is horrible. I was so proud of my trading, and it's all been for naught. Both Emma and Sage have bankrupted on Miranda. That gives Miranda the Frontierland Monopoly 2. She has 3 of the monopolies in the game and all the railroads. And I have almost no money and 2 of the cheapest monopolies. I'm continuing on to Dumbo, and everyone is just gonna cross their fingers that the next card I pull is for another of my properties. And we're gonna cross our fingers that Miranda lands on something expensive. I think it's anybody's game at this point.
Aw, Sage, I'm so sorry. Hey friend, better luck next time. You put up a great gameplay, but I bet that $40 is still coming back to haunt you now, isn't it?
All right, I was able to afford a house on Dumbo, so we got that, and I have $0. So you can't bankrupt yourself, but when you go to your own property, you do have to spend as much money as you can on houses and hotels. And apparently I had exactly enough for a couple houses on Dumbo. I also pulled another Miranda card in my hand. So I have to walk to the nearest one, and Unless Miranda pays rent on me on the way there, this is it. Well,
She did it!
today Miranda was like, I've never come in second before. And you know what? Still true.
Still true, you won. Oh man, I definitely should have taken that $40 from you.
Listen, I was really trying to be fair to both of you all, and this is what you get.
Clown, you know.
Good game, everybody.
If you like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe.
Now go watch season 1 of Monopoly.
We'll see you there. Bye.